Hi Photoshop students. Let's talk now about how to get help if you get stuck. First of all, Blackboard is the environment we're going to be using, of course, for the course, and you may have some questions on this. You can start by doing the online training about just in general training for how to be a student online. Here you have the link and this is what you'll see. Then, of course, there's all sorts of tutorials for Blackboard questions. And so here's the link for that as well, and various examples of the types of tutorials that you can find. And of course, Blackboard, the company itself, has links, beyond what our school provides, called Blackboard Learn. And so you can always go to their site. You see the link here as well. And these were some links put together by students as to most common questions. And as I've said, there's lots of tutorials, but the thing I want to point out is there's lots of other colleges and universities around the country that use Blackboard. So you can pretty much Google any question and get an answer. Now let's talk about Photoshop help. Your power, as I say, is only as great as you make it. So you could start to learn more and to get help with Photoshop questions on our discussion boards that we will have through Blackboard. And this is a place, I'm going to be posting questions, as we get going in our lectures, trying to get you to be thinking. And then you can answer or you can pose your own questions and fellow students will answer, as well as me. I'm going to be giving bonus points to students who get in there and help others. So if at the end of the semester you need a little boost to the next grade level and you've been a good answer of questions in our discussion boards, I'll push you over into the next grade. You can also create your own thread with a question and you'll learn how to do that fairly quickly. We also have what is called a wiki. I'm going to have a couple different class wikis. A wiki is a shared document that everybody can edit and add to. And I will, pose questions or suggest things that could be a wiki. I've already done that by doing one on keyboard shortcuts. So I'm encouraging people as they find a keyboard shortcut to share it with the class. You can read the notes I'll be posting as well as watch the videos I'll be making on Photoshop techniques related to the exercises we'll be doing. And these will be presented in the modules as we progress through the course. However, I will also start and keep a master video list so that you have a one location source for when you need to go back and review something. So I'll take care of that for you. The help menu in Photoshop is a great place. You can just click and search on some keywords and get help with that. Experiment your own. I think a lot can be learned just by simple trial and error. And sometimes I mean just going through the menus and seeing what things do. And, trying tools that weren't necessarily covered, in a demonstration, but you're curious. So curiosity is a great thing. There are some printed books. One is the Photoshop Visual Quick Starts. I've always loved these books. They're just like an abbreviated form. You have a question, it's really organized, there's examples, it's to the point, they're wonderful. And then a lot of our exercises during this course are coming from a book I wrote in 2007. The book's still available, so if you like to have something in your lap, when you're reading, you can go rent the book, you can purchase a used copy, there's different ways. But there are step-by-step instructions, and most of the instructions are still pertinent for current versions of Photoshop. Adobe has a plethora of support pages to help people learn how to use their products. So you can just get into the Photoshop area, and there's a user guide, tutorials, getting started. Here you can see example tutorials, and so there's lots. And even more. So definitely go to Adobe's site. There's videos, there's PDF files, there's step-by-step online, etc. And then you can attend online meetings. We're going to be using a tool called Zoom. And I'll post a link and then you can come to an online meeting. You'll see me waiting for you and plus fellow students. And this is how, I might do a quick demo on something. It's a Q&A, it's a great way to, be able to get online with me, so it's like we're in a classroom. So please do that questionnaire that I've asked you to let me know your availability so that I make sure to schedule Zoom meetings at times when I think I can get most students. My visiting hours, I'll have weekly visiting or office hours. I'm probably going to rotate these so that I can be available at different times so the students who have different work schedules can actually make it to a meeting. So sometimes, in my visiting hours, if I have a group of students that all come and there's a common question going around, I could do a quick demo. So, it can just be all sorts of things. And a few other options. I may, as the semester progresses, try to coordinate an in-classroom meeting for anyone who just wants an open lab type of help. Again, this is going to depend on the college's schedule for room availability as well as students, but it is an option. So again, fill out that questionnaire for me. And then there's a tool, free, called Jing. And this tool lets you do a screen capture of what you're seeing on your screen, and or you can make a quick video. So if you're having a problem and you cannot figure it out, and you've asked and no one else can sort it out, including me, sometimes we have to resort to a screen capture because there's so many things you don't know to ask, but I might be able to see it. I know some pretty common mistakes students make, but even still, this will be a great tool for us to use to communicate what you're seeing on your screen. And basically, if you need help, ask. I always suggest do try to attempt on your own, because it's just good practice to try to sort out a little yourself. If that fails, you can ask classmates on the discussion board because it's good practice for them. And of course, you can ask me. But when we're sharing on the discussion board, more people learn from your question and the response to it. So I will always encourage that. But anyhow, there's my email I'm going to be using for online classes to narrow down the amount of emails. Will be very focused to my online students. So please use that email, and that's it. So lots of sources for help. We want you to have a great experience, and hopefully this online environment is just perfect for us.